Still a nation, what's popping, man? Now listen, we all know what's going on right now. We all know what everyone is talking about right now. Jeffrey Epstein, Jay-Z. Now listen, before the files came out, right, it seemed like everyone was, release the files, release the files. Now that the files are released, it seems that everyone's picking and choosing what they want to believe now, all of us. So everyone's picking and choosing what they want to talk about. So listen, let's watch a video now and let's just see what the people are talking about right now, man.
Joe Budden, I can't wait to watch your next podcast. I need to. Wednesday can't come quick enough. This picture look crazy. Oh, hold on. We got it. Oh.
Hey, now listen. That was I think she was 15 and Jay-Z was like 27 or something like that. And yeah, Joe Budden. I don't know if Joe Budden spoke on that. I'm due to go check that out. But listen, this is going to be a real test, yeah, to see if everyone is compromised, man.
Atkins cooking. We gotta read this slowly.
Slowly.
They just wanted the Epstein files and client list till they seen their mans in it. Now they think it's Akademiks has been going crazy on Twitter on his live streams, exposing how all of his peers are compromised because of how they are addressing this Jay-Z situation. Before we get this video started, if you're download it. So obviously, Jay-Z was included in the Epstein file. Somebody sent in a tip to the FBI hotline claiming Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and others was at an Epstein mansion, and Jay-Z watched them get violated. Well, the Breakfast Club covered it, and how they covered it, a lot of people had an issue with. All the backlash stemmed from this Charlemagne the God Donkey of the Day segments. And I don't even think the audience had an issue with what Charlemagne the God said. I think they had an issue with Charlemagne the God being the one who said it.
Hey, listen. Imagine, you're just chilling, you wake up one morning, and all of a sudden your face is the donkey of the day, boy. There's something about the animal being a donkey. If you get called a donkey, there's places in the world, yeah, where if you get called a donkey, that is one of the lowest, that's one of the most degrading names to get called, man, a donkey.
Anyway, I mean, the DOJ Deputy AG Todd Blanche said the files do not currently provide enough credible prosecutable evidence to bring new charges against other figures. I would say, well, if you take out all the credible prosecutable evidence before you release the files, of course they don't have enough credible prosecutable evidence, okay? But I want to get to the Pusha T, Jay-Z, Eminem of it all, because that's what went crazy on my algorithm. And I have questions. I have one question. There's one question for the room. What do you hate more? Reading or accountability? What y'all think?
I'm sure Charlemagne the God and the Breakfast Club host are like, bro, we're making so much sense. It's common sense. Why are we getting so much backlash? That's because they're kind of avoiding, a very simple principle here, which is if you can't criticize somebody, you lose your right to defend them. Or at least when you do defend them, it looks really weird.
You know what it is, that there's certain of those people that I've never ever seen and criticize certain individuals, man. And I've never seen, the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne, ever say anything negative about Jay-Z. Now listen, we can't act as though Jay-Z is some perfect guy, he's never done no wrong and, he's a sweet angel, because that ain't the case. So, when someone you can tell who is controlled by who they cannot speak about, bro. Just like in society, you can tell who runs society right now based on who can we not criticize, right? And now in this case, who do they refuse to criticize? And that can tell you whether someone's compromised or not, man.
You look compromised. You look bought out, right? It's not a good look. Like when Van Lathan and others exposed Jay-Z and Roc Nation for contacting TMZ to run a fake story on Colin Kaepernick to make Colin Kaepernick look bad and take the heat off Jay-Z for working with the NFL, the Breakfast Club said nothing.
Anyway, I mean, the DOJ Deputy AG Todd Blanche said the files do not currently provide enough credible prosecutable evidence to bring new charges against other figures. I would say, well, if you take out all the credible prosecutable evidence before you release the files, of course they don't have enough credible prosecutable evidence, okay? But I want to get to the Pusha T, Jay-Z, Eminem of it all, because That's what went crazy on my algorithm. And I have questions. I have one question. There's one question for the room. What do niggas hate more? Reading or accountability? What y'all think?
Accountability.
Reading. I think reading too. Okay. I think reading as well. Okay. I don't understand why y'all are so quick to want to tear our own down without doing just a little bit of research.
Remember what I
Hey, wait there. Isn't that what Charlemagne has built his whole career off? Tearing people down. Now, what does he think Donkey of the Day is, bro? Does he think that that's like some special award where, hey, listen, you've done a great thing this week. Here you go. You're the Donkey of the Week. Hell no, man.
said in the beginning is not what they say, is who's saying it. So far, they've really said nothing wrong. I took a look at the Epstein reading. I got somewhat backlash for covering it, but when I read it, I'm like, bruh, this chick says she got it.
Hey, I can't lie. I'm looking at the hairline, man. The hairline looks a bit cock poetic. The hairline looking a bit cocked.
Abducted 7 times. This was 1996. It don't really seem like there's any real, tangible, empirical evidence that exists here.
Hey, listen. Now that I've seen the shape up, bro. Yeah, that barber needs to. Hey, listen. Whoever is your barber, they've seen your videos, yeah, and they said, you know what? I'm gonna cock your shit. I'm gonna cock you today, man. I'm gonna wait till I see your next video. I'm gonna laugh at your ass, man.
That shows that Jay-Z was involved in nasty stuff with Epstein. I just didn't see enough. But I can say that because I've been very critical of Jay-Z over the years, right? I've done multiple stories on Rock Nation. But when Charlemagne the God and them saying it's hard to explain, it just come across as compromise, bought out. My family told me that life is 99.9% perception and 0.1% reality. Like, the facts matter, but how people perceive the facts is what really matters. So the Breakfast Club saying, man, y'all like to tear down your own. They're 100% right. Black media, hip-hop media, black folks, we tear down our own, and we got a problem with that. But the leaders of tearing down our own can't have that stance. Like, yo, if there was a white nationalism, if there was a Ku Klux Klan, white supremacy Hall of Fame, the Breakfast Club would probably get inducted. Nobody has done more destruction. Nobody has destroyed black careers more than the Breakfast Club. Can you think about over the years how many careers the Donkey of the Day has
Donkey of
destroyed.
the Day.
Think about over the years, like when Joe Budden came to like the Breakfast Club after, I guess, beating, like the DV charges. And the Breakfast Club spent about an hour interviewing Joe Budden, bringing that up almost every other question. So the Breakfast Club has done more damage to black careers than anybody else. So the fact that they are now trying to chastise people for saying, hold on, Jay-Z, this is weird. This already confirms our sneaky suspicion of you.
Okay, by the way, I saw way more headlines about Pusha T and Jay-Z than I did Eminem, but that's not surprising because we love tearing our own down. Even though when you're talking hip-hop, Eminem is one of us, okay? But I don't even like the headlines I saw of him, all right? Connecting Pusha T, Jay-Z, and Eminem to something like the Epstein files, come on, man. Okay, listen, for everyone who may not know, let me explain to you. Mentions of these artists didn't come from Epstein's personal records. They didn't come from reports supported by law enforcement. Okay, these stories came from a crisis intake report, a public hotline submission, a tip that some random person called in from 2019. They aren't backed by court findings, indictments, confirmed evidence. And if you actually read the stories, they just simply don't make any sense. Okay, what the hell would Jay-Z be doing with Harvey Weinstein and Attorney General William Barr in 1996? That was the year his first album came out. Do you really?
Hey, listen. Hey, what I can say here is I saw a video the other day of, it was Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z. Like, Harvey Weinstein is saying that Jay-Z is a good friend. And, he came to his defense. And, I find it very interesting, yeah, that, Charlemagne is coming to that Jay-Z's defense with this, and that's fair enough, man. But obviously, I saw Nicki Minaj's in Twitter. I saw her Twitter now, and like let's just pick out her Twitter. Let's just pick out her Twitter now. She was talking about Jay-Z, right? Talking about Jay-Z, talking all sorts of things, man. Like, let's go check it out, bro. But she deleted them. Oh, she deleted them, bro. Oh, no. Wow, she's talking about this. So now, obviously, everyone's familiar with this story, right? You know, Jay-Z apparently having that son that he's not really trying to claim, not trying to have a DNA test, because apparently, you know, he got her pregnant at 15 at the time. And yeah, like this picture here, man. You know, I wonder if they're gonna speak on this, bro. Like, man, she was 15 and he was 26. Mm. Crazy works, man. Crazy.
Really think Pusha T in 2007 was hanging around Harvey Weinstein and was one of the victim's handlers?
Yeah, that makes sense. But then you also have to say, why was Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein so cool in the first place? Like, the Harvey Weinstein allegations didn't start when Harvey Weinstein got arrested. The entire industry knew that Harvey Weinstein was a creep. The industry knew that Harvey Weinstein was a weirdo, right? Harvey Weinstein and his transgressions was a well-known, open thing in the industry. Everybody knew about it. And Jay-Z was hanging out with Harvey Weinstein for probably like up until Harvey Weinstein got arrested. So again, yeah, we could say, man, the 1996 thing, Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein probably wasn't kicking it or hanging out in 1996. Jay-Z probably wasn't in Epstein's mansion in Florida doing nasty things in 1996. We get that. But when you refuse to critique and bring up the things that make Jay-Z look bad,
Yep.
then you lose your right to defend him. Right? I can say the 1996 thing is horrible, but then I can also say, hold on, Jay-Z being friends with Harvey Weinstein, Jay-Z being cool with Harvey Weinstein, well up until Harvey Weinstein got arrested is foul because Harvey Weinstein was known as an industry weirdo for years.
I like, bro, if we as, you know, what they'll consider the normies, knows about Harvey Weinstein and what he was getting up to, are you trying to tell me that Jay-Z was so oblivious? He had no knowledge, no nothing at all. Despite being in the circle, he knows nothing about this. So that allows him just to, you know, willingly continue to, you know, be around him on a consistent basis. And, you know, considering that those are the type of things that Harvey Weinstein indulges in, and, you know, that's the way his brain is wired. What kind of conversations was him and Jay-Z having, bro?
He had no problem hanging out with a known predator for years. Nobody is going to talk about that. The endless of pictures, the endless of business they have done together.
All you outlets know that people don't read past headlines. So if you put Pusha T, Jay-Z, Eminem in the Epstein files, everybody is going to run with it. And I just be having to sit back and think, do we realize how much we are getting played, okay? Whenever the powers that be want to deflect from what they got going on, they will always throw meat to the blacks, okay? Because they know nobody controls the algorithm like black people, all right? Why do you think they like utilizing black influencers, black rappers, black artists? Because nobody controls the algorithm like we do. Nobody gets people going like us. Oh, Epstein files coming out? Okay, put out some of the stuff from the DOJ tip line. There's some big names in there, and it will be good this weekend because Pusha T is nominated for all types of awards at the Grammys this year, and people on social media, by people, I mean Drake fan pages, will have a field day with this, and they will talk about this so much that it who just ran with the Pusha T, Eminem, Jay-Z is in the Epstein file story, the biggest hee-haw.
Nothing Charlemagne the God said was wrong per se, but look at the reaction. One person says the left is tap dancing like an MF now. Somebody also said, that he's part of the system that covers up for the elites. LOL. He is being used to protect the elite. What the F he on? I don't think Charlemagne the God had a common sense take, but because it's Charlemagne the God and iHeart, whatever they have to say about Jay-Z, people automatically think they're compromised. One person says, quick to defend Jay-Z, boy, you're a compromise. Somebody also says, donkey up the day goes to Charlemagne. You see what I'm talking about? Again, I thought Charlemagne the God had a pretty common sense take. I think Charlemagne the God is correct, right? That, the Jay-Z accusations is sketchy. There's a lot of other things that took place in that Epstein files that we should be paying attention to, right? There's a lot of nasty things that took place that we should, be raising our eyebrows on, right? There's a lot of leaders, a lot of billionaires, Elon Musk asking Epstein, hey, bruh, when's the wildest party I want to come? We should be looking at that instead of
Hey, listen, I didn't even know about that still. Like, the wildest party, like, what does the wildest party consist of, bro? Like, the wildest party, like, what goes on in the wildest party? Because from what we've seen so far, and what we know to be getting up to, if you want the utmost maximum wild, what are you trying to be indulging in, bro? And I think it's funny how, Elon Musk was campaigning to release the files. Like, why would you want to be campaigning to release the files if you are in the files, bro? Like, what's the agenda behind that?
Jay-Z, but we look at Jay-Z because obviously, like those are the names that resonate more with us in our community. Academics cooked them, bruh. Academics just cooked them, bruh. Yo, now it's unclear if this is a direct response to the Breakfast Club, but this came out shortly after the Breakfast Club aired. Academics wrote, none of our favorite podcasters finna discuss why the F billionaires emailing about Jay-Z and these other accusations that came out in a U.S. Department of Justice disclosure that they had to create a law for us to get. Yet, they talk about every non-provable gossip situation. Sad. That's a fact, bruh. Yo, Acu cooking.
Cooking.
And every other gossip, they touch it. Angela Yee literally had a segment called The Rumor Mill, where all they did was discuss gossip and rumors, and there was nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to Jay-Z, how dare you guys touch on something that's not provable? How dare you? I mean, we don't have evidence. We don't have footage of Jay-Z actually doing this. We don't have the 1996 footage from the Florida mansion of Jay-Z with Epstein and Harvey Weinstein.
Man, everybody's cooking right now, bro. Everyone's cooking right now. It's funny how, when it comes to gossip, these people, first thing in the morning, they're on that, bro. When it comes to gossip, the first thing they do is talk gossip. But when it comes to Jay-Z, all of a sudden, we need evidence, man. Like, where's the evidence? Oh, you ain't got no evidence? You ain't got no evidence? Then shut your mouth. It's not making sense. It seems like everyone's compromised, man. Just like Ak said, everybody wanted the Epstein files released. Until now, it's got released. Man, they crazy, man.
How could you? All right, down, bro. Unless you have 4K evidence, you can't talk about it no more, man. These folks is crazy, man. Academics also continue, and Act says ninjas wanted the Epstein files. Oh, hold on. We gotta. Act is cooking. We gotta read this slowly. Ninjas wanted the Epstein files and client list till they seen their mans in it. Now they think it's Act was cooking, and when he hopped on stream, he called them out by name. But what Ack is saying here is, like the Breakfast Club and others, they're probably going to talk about the Epstein files, and they're going to address the stuff that they know they could probably defend Jay-Z on, which is, it's not credible. It was a random tip hotline. But they won't touch on the things that are credible, which is the pictures, the accusations, the Foxy Brown, Beyonce, Aaliyah. They won't touch on those things. They won't touch on Aaliyah because they understand it don't make them look good.
Child predator. Hey, all y'all niggas who love comment on me, bro. Hey, everybody, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Hey, let me signal here. Hey. I seen everybody do think pieces on supposedly a non-existent event that didn't happen, but I seen everybody role-playing on podcasts what is happening if I got slapped or not, which it didn't happen, but whatever, cool. I'll let y'all rock with that, but I need all of y'all to keep the same energy and talk about this. Joe Budden, I can't wait to watch your next podcast. Wednesday can't come quick enough. This picture look crazy. If I watch the next Joe Budden podcast and y'all don't put this picture up and be like, yo, this look like a preteen boy with a grown-ass man and this shit was wrong, I know y'all biased. Wayno, I need you to talk about this one. Wayno, need you to talk about this one. Whack 100. Everybody. The company, man. Oh, yeah. Elliot Wilson. Elliot. There's no more Drake news coming for you, brother. This is what you need to talk about. This don't look right, gang. Elliot.
Hey. The question is, if they can talk on everything, like I said earlier in the video, man, you could tell who's compromised by who are they willing to not speak about, man. They could talk about everybody else. Everybody else gets mentioned. Except Jay-Z. Now that's crazy.
Why does this picture look like this? I need you to talk about old man Hov. Like, why does picture look like this? What is this? Hey, bro, she look like she middle school, gang. Hey, Ebro, I need you to talk about this one. Charlemagne, I know you got 200 million, but you need to use 200 million reasons to figure out why this ain't a good look.
Now, obviously, the Breakfast Club, I think, is the first one to discuss it out of who Akademiks named. But, the Breakfast Club did what they usually do, which is like nitpick, right? Like, for example, the last time they covered Nicki Minaj going off on Jay-Z, what the Breakfast Club did was they covered the parts of Nicki Minaj's rant that they feel like they could debunk. But then the other stuff she says, knowing that it was 100% true, like how Jay-Z snaked out Colin Kaepernick, he snaked out like a lot of people, they refused to cover that.
Exactly like what politicians do, bro. They'll pick and choose what to say, just to create an argument. But the ones that actually, would debunk their whole, argument, they ain't trying to pick on that, man. Like, they ain't trying to cover that.
They refused to cover Jay-Z and his son. Like, they refused to cover all of that, but they would nitpick what they cover. And it's like, bro, at some point, it's like, all right, man, like, we're sick and tired of it, bro. Like, if y'all gonna cover Jay-Z, cover all of it. Don't nitpick the things you feel like, like you can defend him on. Like, this Epstein stuff, like the tip to the hotline, is it 100% credible? It's not. But they're nitpicking, all right? They chose to cover that instead of covering the entire Nicki Minaj rant on like Jay-Z last night, where she brought up a lot of compelling points. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe Ak has a point when it comes to people and covering Jay-Z, right? Is the industry biting their tongue? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video.
Hey, listen. Yeah, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, the topic is, without a doubt, the Epstein, man. That's a topic right now. Anyone that's not really trying to talk on that, they rather talk on, who's running down who, and you got a lot of what you call podcasters that every day they talk about the same people, bro. The same people, the same topic, repeating themselves, and at some point it's like, wait there, like, what is your agenda here, bro? Why are you afraid to talk on certain people? Why are you afraid to divert a little bit and change the narrative a bit, man? Right now, it's about the awakening. Like, people are trying to wake up right now, man. People are trying to talk about different type of things now, man. No, it's not no time for hee ha ha, bro. Yeah, things that are being exposed are serious. Serious conversations are needed, man. But that's it from me, man. Usual. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. I'm out.